Howdy folks, Kevin here, coming to you today with a kind of update. Just turned the year 2020 and I wanted to get back into the swing of things with this YouTube channel. I had to take a fair bit of time off due to a move. You might notice that the background behind me is much different and not very professional because I'm in a new house. I'm in a basement. It's an unfinished basement. I've got like this makeshift setup. But anyway, I want to talk about four things. The WebDriver IO book I've been working on, the WebDriver IO course that I have out right now and kind of the future of it, and some ideas I have for this YouTube channel, and then also possibility of live streaming again in the future. So let's get started with the book update. I have been working on since last March a book about testing using WebDriver IO. It's called the Web App Testing Guidebook. It's been a slow progress on it, but I've been making consistent progress on it. And right now I'm working on the last few chapters to get those rounded out. Then once that's done, I will probably go through and pay an editor to look at everything, a technical editor, and then maybe a more grammatical editor to fix any errors, because I'm sure there's plenty of errors in there, and the technical editor to make sure that the code there is good. And I'll also be soliciting feedback from all of y'all to hear what you think about the way the content is laid out and what sections are confusing or difficult to understand, things like that. So keep an eye out for that. I had hoped to have it finished by the end of 2019, but family life always interrupts that. It's been difficult for me to find time with that, with young kids in the house. They kind of eat up not just my time, but a lot of my energy too, especially when they have trouble sleeping at night. It keeps me up, and then that saps my energy. So I've personally taken kind of a step back from my own expectations here and have forgiven myself for not producing more, because I know that it would probably lead to burnout, which is never a good thing. So I'm taking it slow and easy, but I'm continuing to work on it, and hopefully we'll have in the next few months very close to finished piece. With that, I'm going to take the content in that. Also, WebDriver IO is releasing a new version soon, a version 6, a new major version. They've been releasing new versions continuously, but they're releasing a new major version soon. Soon being, very up in the air, really. But yeah, it's going to happen. I want to make sure the book is up to date with that too. I don't want to just release it and then have it all incorrect or out of date. And that's one of the reasons I haven't done any work for the course. The course is still on version 4. I need to get it updated to version 5, but the trouble is, and I learned this when I first made it, was that the amount of time it took to create all the content for the course was about a year and a half. And in that time, even though WebDriver IO hadn't gone through the major update yet, they were still on version 4 when I released it. It had become out of date over that period of time to begin with. And so it wasn't a huge issue. There were a couple things where I had to add some notes here and there. But one thing that I wanted to do now is get all of the instruction, all of the material in place through the book. That way, when I'm recording the videos, I am focused only on recording and editing, and not creating the content and the examples and recording and editing. And that creating the content and examples, I think, took the majority of the time compared to recording the videos and editing, which takes probably a day to record and edit a video. So hopefully if I have got about 50 videos, I can get that done in 2 or 3 months, or maybe 4 months. I always underestimate, but that's just the way it goes. Yeah, so hopefully I can get that done a lot quicker and not have the material come out of date by the time it's released. In the meantime, I'm uploading all the course videos to YouTube, to this channel. I've got a playlist, and it's just for free because it's a fair bit out of date, and I didn't feel comfortable forcing people to pay for it. You can, if you want, still buy the course and get all the videos immediately. Right now I'm releasing it once a day. I'm uploading a new video. That way I don't spam your playlist or your YouTube with a whole bunch of videos that you may not care about. That will, I'll continue uploading those videos, those old videos, while we wait to finish the book. One other idea I have for this channel, and something I'd love your feedback on, is more of these type of style videos, more laid back, where I don't have a full example and it's more kind of discussion or thinking through how testing is done and kind of best practices in testing, and maybe some things that I've learned or I think that I've learned or I think are helpful to know. Even just getting into random questions from people. Hey, how would you do this? How would you do that? So more laid back, something that I don't have to spend a lot of time preparing for. The main reason for that is I've got young kids in the house and they're super loud. And as you can tell, my soundproofing is very poor right now. And I'm in the basement, which is right next to where they have their play area. So it can be really loud in here. And I don't want to have a recording with them screaming in the background. It would probably not be very entertaining for y'all. But that means that when they are out of the house, when I do have time to record, I can't just go into it because I need to prepare all the materials for, like, I've been wanting to do a video on email testing using MailSlurp, and I've got 75% of it ready to go, but it's still something that I need to get the materials prepped for, and so I don't end up recording the videos when I have the chance to, because I don't have the materials ready. But then when I do finally get the materials ready, the kids are in the house and being loud and I can't record it, and then I forget what the materials are and all that. So anyway, what I want to do is, when I do have these pockets of time where the kids aren't in the house, do these more laid back videos that can be helpful for y'all. The last thing I want to mention is I'm considering bringing back live streaming. I have done some live streams in the past. Happy to see that people found a lot of use out of them, or found them valuable or just entertaining. And so I would like to bring those back. That's kind of in the style of laid back and less formal videos. Just maybe an hour and a half of me working on, maybe I'll pick a project for the month. Maybe one thing I've wanted to do is the dev.to website, dev.to. They are open source. They recently open sourced, and I'd love to write some automated tests for them to kind of show, okay, what is my thinking process of how to test this? So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. With all of this, I'd love to know what you would prioritize, what you think is most important, what you think is least important, other ideas you have. All that would be awesome to hear from y'all. And I'm looking forward to trying some new things and bringing some new energy back to the channel. And thank you all for your support so far. It's been wonderful, and I really enjoy hearing from you. And I'm not able to help everybody like I would like to, mainly because of the young kids. They sap, like I said, not just my time, but a lot of my energy. It's really hard some days when they finally get to bed at 9 p.m. at night, just to have any sort of energy left over for thinking about hard problems, instead of just thinking about, hey, I'm gonna go play computer because I just need a break. So yeah, thanks for your support and everything, and I would love to hear your comments and everything. And I hope you have a great start to your 2020 year, or 1220 if you follow Kurzgesagt and follow their calendar. It's a great channel. You check them out. And until next time, have fun testing.